So today we are looking at an injection molded PC65% keyboard from Swagkeys. And you probably remember the Transition Lite TKL that they released last year, and this is essentially the same but more compact, small, and 65% layout. So the Eave65 is very light because it has no weight and no silicone pad on the bottom case like the Transition Lite TKL. So if you remember, the Transition Lite TKL came with a silicone pad that sort of acts as the weight to the board. Personally didn't like the typing sound of the Transition Lite with the silicone pad on, so I'm kind of glad that the silicone pad were not included in the Eave65. However, you have the option of purchasing an optional internal weight for the Eave65, which will be available sometime in the future. I didn't even attempt to build this without foam because I know it will sound super hollow and soft without any foams in this. If you love foamy or deeper sounding board, you will love the Eave65 board. Also comes with a built-in underglow RGB, which gives off very subtle lighting, not as bright as the Transition TKL though. And this doesn't have per key RGB, so you may prefer the Transition Lite instead if you prefer per key RGB. The Eave65 only comes with a 1.2mm hot swap PCB and also a PC plate. There are not many optional layouts on the PCB. You can either choose step caps or split backspace for the Eave65, and that's it. There's no ISO or even a 7U spacebar, but I have a feeling that Swagkeys might include more layout options in the future, because this is also what happened with Transition Lite TKL. More layouts and even color cases were offered after the initial release. The build process was very simple and very easy. I had no trouble building the board, but one thing I would say is the stabilizer shims that were included. They didn't really work well with clip-in stabilizers. I would suggest using screw-in stabilizers instead. When I was using the clip-in stabilizers, the sticker shim would peel off when I tried to install the clip-in stabilizer. And another thing is, this is a minor thing, the silicone gaskets, they don't fit in snugly onto the plates, so they come off very easily when you try to move the plate and also the PCB around when you're trying to build it. And it doesn't affect the build process at all, but sometimes it can be annoying when you just want to move the plate and also the PCB around and the gaskets kept coming off. This is a very affordable PC keyboard. If you're looking to get one yourself, it's only $49.90 USD on Swagkeys website, and they are currently offering free shipping for the Eave65. Wraps up my thoughts on the Eave65, and as usual, if you have questions and thoughts about this board, feel free to leave in the comments below.